Hello students, you were seeing yesterday that how the little girl's father, whenever he returns home, how he actually behaves, how he starts shouting over everything, and he asks for everything, where his paper is and where his slippers are. So now we will read from paragraph 2. Whenever her father returns, actually her mother called to her. Called to whom? Called to Kezia. So students, Kezia is actually the name of the little girl who is the protagonist of our story, about whom we are reading the story, the little girl. So the title, the little girl. Who is this little girl? This little girl is actually Kezia. So now her mother call her, Kezia, if you are a good girl, you can come down and take off father's boots. So now actually the mother of Kezia is actually telling her that, Kezia's mother is actually asking her to do what? To actually take off the father's boots. Students, it is generally not a big deal, if a father has come home, if a father has returned home from his work, he should take off his boots himself. But here in this case, his father is a slightly rude person, or he just shows that he just show an attitude that he has an attitude of thankfulness. He wants to show that he has done something for them, so they will also have to do something for him. So now he himself does not ask Kezia to take off his boots, but actually he asks his wife to do so. But his wife, who is the Kezia's mother, she actually asks Kezia to take her father's boots. So even he is the lazy person, he cannot take off his boot himself. He needs help in that work also. Slowly the girl would slip down the stairs, more slowly still across the hall, and push open the drawing room door. Now Kezia, how does she go to her father for taking his boot off? Very slowly. She goes very slowly. So because she is going reluctantly, she does not want to go to her father. She is so reluctant. So her pace of going towards her father is actually showing you that she is so reluctant to go to her father. So she just slowly somehow slips down the stairs, and then even more slowly she goes in the hall, and then she pushes open the drawing room door. By that time he had his spectacles on and looked at her over them in a way that was terrifying to the little girl. And by the time Kezia used to reach to the hall where father was sleeping, or where father was relaxing or sitting, by that time father actually just wears his spectacles, and he started to look at Kezia in a way that can be very terrifying for a little girl. It can be scary, the way her father used to look at her. Well, Kezia, and then he used to ask her, well, Kezia, hurry up and pull off these boots and take them outside. So now the father is actually telling to Kezia that, Kezia, hurry up, do it fast, just take off my boots and just take them outside. And have you been a good girl today? Like normal father now, he asks, hey Kezia, have you been a normal girl today? It means, have you been a good girl today? Have you done things that good girls should do in a day? Study, reading, those things actually. So now what the Kezia is replying? She is replying that, I don't know father. So even she herself doesn't know that whether she has been a good girl or not throughout the day. So you can see that how Kezia is afraid, how much she is afraid of her father. She cannot able to speak fluently in front of her father. She just hesitate, she stutter in her speech, in speaking in front of her father, that she is so scared of him. Hello students, yesterday we saw that how much Kezia actually scares of her father as she stutter in her speech whenever she speaks in front of him. Look at her. The way she is speaking, I don't know, father. She is speaking like that. In a very scary way as the little girl. So this shows that her stutter in her speech actually tells you that how much she scares of her father. So now we will read further, and then his father is actually replying him, you don't know, what does it mean? His father is telling, you don't know what is this? If you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. Now what father is telling to a Kezia student here? Look at her. Kezia's father is telling to her that, if you stutter, what does stutter mean? Stutter means, when you just, hangs in your speech, while speaking, as the mobile phones, latak ruk ke bolte ho, that is actually stuttering. Stutter in your speech. So what her father is actually telling her, her father is actually telling her that if you stutter like that in your speech, then your mother will have to take you to the doctor. That's the problem. That's a medical problem, according to her father. Now student, read the paragraph number 3. She never stuttered with other people, had quite given it up, but only with father, because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. Students, actually, this is not the problem with Kezia. She does not stutter in her speech. She is a fluent speaker. She just speaks fluently like a normal child, like everyone. But only in front of her father, she is scared, because as she scares so much of his father, as she is so much afraid of her father, she actually stutter in her speech. And why is that? Because she tries so hard to speak properly. She becomes so nervous. She is not a big girl, she is a little girl. She becomes so much nervous in front of her father, so she just stutter in her speech. She does not have any other option. She actually, in the earlier time, she is used to, stutter with other people also, but now she is given it up. She does not stutter with other people. It happens with her, only with her father. Whenever she speaks in front of her father, whenever she tries to talk with her father, because whenever she is talking to her father, she just tries so hard, and as a result, she just stutters in whatever she has to speak. So now, student, what's the matter? What are you looking so wretched about? Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. Here, Kezia, carry my teacup, whack to the table carefully. Now, the father is again asking, because Kezia is just standing there and looking clueless. So the father is asking her, what's the matter? What are you looking so wretched about? When it is said that what are you looking so wretched about, it is suggesting the fact that she is so sad, she doesn't, she is not in mood. She is looking upset, and that is why father is asking her. And she is only because she is more sad and scared. She is more afraid rather than upset, and her sadness and slightly fear is actually showing on her face. And that is why when you are totally clueless, when you are in no position, when you are nowhere, when you are playing a set and you are nowhere, just playing for the sake of playing, then it is said that why are you looking so wretched, why are you so clueless, it not seems that you are here, it seems that you are somewhere else, and that is why her father is asking to her, what happens to you? And then he is suggesting her that I wish that mother should have taught you that do not appear on the brink of suicide. It means you do not look as if that you do not have any thinking going on in your brain. You have just not learned anything yet. You are just clueless. You are nowhere in your life. And then he actually orders her to take the teacup in which the father had just taken the tea to the table, to the tea table carefully. Actually, not he has not taken. He will take the tea from the cup, from the teacup. You would have seen in the olden days, people generally takes tea from the teacup. Not one. There is no plate, only teacup. So teacup is just not a normal thing. Hello students, last day you saw that how Kezia's father actually asked her to take the teacup to the table carefully, and now in the next paragraph we will see the physical description of Kezia's father, and we will try to find out is there any link between Kezia's scare from her father to her physical demeanor, to her father's physical demeanor. Yeah, look at here. Kezia's father was so big. His hands and his neck, especially his mouth. When he yawned means students open. When he opens his mouth to speak, you just see this description. You just see this physical description of, from the Kezia's point of view. Kezia is a little girl, and for a little girl, a man and the body, physical personality of a man generally, she feels that it's quite large and big than normal. That's what a normal little girl's feelings, and especially when she is so much afraid of her father. That is why she feels that her father is so big. His hands and his neck, all of his body parts are too big for a normal person. His mouth also, whenever he opened it to speak, it looks like that it's a devilish. For in Kezia's eye, her father is like a devil. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. Giant means someone who is too large, like a demon, like a devil, and that is exactly why Kezia also feel about her father. Whenever she thinks about her father, whenever she imagines about her father in alone, she imagines him as a giant of a person. Actually, who is not someone who is gentle, lovingly. For Kezia, her father is not a loving and gentle and a very person with whom you can easily. He was actually a giant of a person for Kezia. On Sunday afternoon, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. And generally on Sunday afternoons, what happens with Kezia? It was actually the Kezia's grandmother. Generally whenever father remains at home, Kezia generally tried to be with her grandmother rather than with her mother or father, and that is exactly why her grandmother wants her to spend some time with her father also, and that is exactly why her grandmother actually asks her on Sunday afternoons to go to her father and spend some time with him and just have some nice talking with him, with mother and father. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa, his handkerchief on his face, his feet on one of the best cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. But whenever Kezia used to go to the drawing room to spend time in afternoon on Sunday afternoon, when her father remains at home because of the Sunday holiday, how does she find in which position she finds her father and mother? She always generally sees that her father is sleeping on the sofa by covering her face with some, and he generally puts her head on some of the best cushions that they have in their drawing room, and mother generally sits on the sofa beside her father and just read the magazine or newspaper for him or for herself also. And that's what she sees in the afternoon, and her father actually remains sleeping on that time, and he just snored also while sleeping soundly at that point of time in the afternoon, when her grandmother actually sends her to her father to spend some time with her parents.